Today we are talking on how to love a man who has children from a previous relationship. You went there knowing you just need some tips to help you be comfortable in your own home. And this is exactly what I'm going to give you. Well, point number 1. You are now in this relationship. We want it for the better, both for you and for your man, and also for the people around you. How are you going to achieve this? In a way, you're helping your husband to love you much more than you could have ever imagined. How? Number 1, love this man's children, your stepchildren, like you would love your own. I know it's quite challenging, but also it's not impossible. Please find it within you to accept, open up your heart, accept these children like they are your own. In this way, you'll be putting your husband's heart, his soul and spirit at rest. He knows that his children are in safe hands. In a way, you're helping him love you even much more than you could have ever imagined. Secondly, please don't talk about his exes. In fact, they should never come up in any conversation in the house. Forget that they ever existed. Don't talk about their names. Don't talk about their pasts. Don't talk about anything concerning those people. You'll just be unearthing new wounds in this man's heart. You do not know how they parted. You do not know how intense their love was. You do not know how much he has let them go from his heart. You know nothing much about those past relationships. All you're seeing is face value, and take it as such. Don't dig deeper, especially talking negatively. I know sometimes you get worked out for one reason or the other. You find yourself bursting out certain words without a forethought. Like you would say, bastard head, look at this one, the head like for the mother. Oh, oh. And you know, words once popped out can never be taken in. You would feel like you want to take them in, but you cannot do it anymore. So, those words mean too much for a stepchild. But if you popped out the same words to your own child, it wouldn't mean much. So, mind so much your language, mind how you treat them, how you behave in front of them. A stepchild is a very difficult child to raise. But now that you've entered into the relationship, just work hard for the better. Number 3, allow your husband time to bond with his children, your stepchildren. Of course, it does not downplay your role in any way, but nature is nature. He's filling up the gap that their mother has left. If there is this kind of man, such a loving man, just encourage him. Let him bond with his children. It's a good thing to see love and to have love flowing in the family. Please don't interfere and don't be that negative energy failing this man to bond with his children. Number 4, hey, I know this one is very difficult. I don't know how many ladies out there will manage, but struggle hard. Find it within yourself to manage this one. Allow his exes, the mothers of these stepchildren of yours, let them come and be visiting their children once in a while. Of course, I know they will. Don't carry jealous fits. Don't feel any ill feelings. Don't. Allow them visit their children. Of course, nothing much more than just visiting. That is it. Let them visit their children and go. No jealous fits. Period. Next point in relation to this one is number 5. Allow communication between your husband and his exes. Don't be a stumbling block in people's lives. I mean, naturally, if they have kids together, they have to communicate. This woman will be wanting to know, oh, how is my child? Please, how did he perform? Please, he was feeling sick last time. Has he recovered? Please, this and that and that. It's your child. You know how he's faring. So this communication will have to flow. The more you become a stumbling block to the communication, the more tension in the house, the more reduced the love, the more reduce the communication, life in the house will not be any fun. And in fact, this man will have to look for ways of communicating. He will even look for these people physically. And you know that is a lethal move. At least you would allow phone conversation or email or any other form of conversation and not physically. So don't be a stumbling block in people's lives. Number 6, accept that your stepchild will never love you like it would its own mother. It is close to impossible, especially if his own mother is showing him love, attention, and affection. This child will love you, but not as much as he loves his own mother. There is nothing you're going to do about that. Just accept it that way. Don't always hold issues here and there with a stepchild. This child does this. This child is not listening to me. This child undermines me. This child is this and this and this and that in the house. No. Understand that a stepchild will always be a stepchild. And don't bring your husband in the middle as a judge always. No. Be more mature than that. And lastly, in my list for today, please don't put your husband in a very tight situation, making him choose between you and his own child. This, you're putting him between a rock and a hard place. It's a very difficult decision to make. Put yourself in his shoes. Do you really think you're doing him any justice? Please, help this man raise this child. Help this man love you the more. Help this man put you people together. Help this man run this family. If you employ all these 7 tips, life is going to flow with utmost ease. Thank you very much for listening to me. I hope you'll get something of value from this lesson. Meet you in my next one. Please consider subscribing. You still want me around, right?